First of all, I want to ask you if you are satisfied, with what you have seen so far in Barcelona, from the city, from the organization, and if you are satisfied with the course of the team so far at ASB in Euroleague.
Satisfied for the city, overall city. It's been great. You couldn't ask for a better city to go to, I guess, in some people's eyes. I think the organization is great. They give us everything we need to succeed. But I really think we can do more as a team to win more. That's something I've been working on, and our first step is trying to get to the playoffs.
About you, everybody knows that you are one of the most solid, big guys in Euroleague and in Europe overall. So far, at this season, the first one with Barcelona, you are not so consistent. Some good days, some bad days. Are you satisfied, from yourself?
No, I don't think playing basketball, knowing how you play, knowing how you can play, that I can be satisfied with myself. I still think I have more to show. I'm still getting used to it from playing in domestic league and then playing in Euroleague every week. I know I need to be more consistent, and I'm still trying to find my niche, my overall role with the team. And I think that slowly I'm developing, like I said before the season started, I said it'll take time with everybody, and I think everyone's starting to come around and play together. And I look forward to the rest of the season.
I'm following you from your first days in Europe as a player, and I want to tell you a sense I have, and tell me if you agree or not. I think that when you play like I said, at the five position, as we saw in Loco, your impact is very big, because you are very flexible comparing to your opponents. You help very much the spacing. You are mobile, big guy, can put the ball on the floor and go to the layup. More easy for you to shoot. When you play at the 4, it's not so easy as you do it in 5. You have the same sense that you stick in more as a 5 in Europe and you can make bigger damage, or it's just my sense?
With me, I think wherever you put me on the court, I can do damage. It's just that...
This is for sure, okay?
Yeah, it's just that whenever you play, you need to know the defensive concept. I think since moving to the 4 position more, my second year at PAL, and now with Barca, I have more eyes on me. People are looking at me and they're trying to stop me as a team, not just my individual player.
Exactly.
So I might get by the first player, but it's still I got 3-4 other guys waiting for me, and I think I'm still getting used to that on the European level. And I think I just need to relax and calm down, and I think I can shoot more consistent, especially this year. I've been shooting bad.
So the biggest difference is the space. That when you play like 5, you feel that you have more space, to move.
For sure, I have more space because, like you said, the 5s are not as mobile as the 4s.
And not so quick, opponents, my man.
Yeah, and then also you could put 3 or 4 shooters on the court so they can't help as much. With the 4, not everybody can shoot as well. But it is what it is. Everybody knows that Barcelona has to win the Euroleague since 2010. The last season's Real Madrid dominates ASB and Euroleague so far, the last season. So do you believe that this kind of core that you are working with in Barcelona now is capable, to do something big, to, let's say, get back at the throne of ASB and make it to the Final Four, first of all? I think we do have a chance. I think it's very open right now. I think if you look at the top, it's been very competitive. I think Fenerbahce is the only team that's really set themselves apart this year in Euroleague. Everybody else is coming down to a wire. A lot of the games you could have won or they could have lost. And I think that if we move on to ACB League, I mean, we're on top right now. I mean, we beat Real, and then we lost Real in Euroleague. I think we still have 2 games to go with them in both formats, and I think for the regular season, I think we have the lead chance to take the #1 seed overall, which are already qualified for the Super Cup, Copa del Rey, to be the #1 seed. But
it's still more for us to go, and I really do believe in this team. I think if we continue to be together and come together, I think no telling what can happen. But our goal right now is securing the #1 team, ACB, and making the playoffs, and then the rest can go.
Yeah, you have played basketball, you know, everywhere. First of all, high school, college, the NBA, China, now Euroleague, with 3 different teams, if I remember well. So you can compare, you know, the level at all leagues, basketball-wise. Everybody knows the big difference. But if you can you know, define, let's say, every league with one word? The NBA, the Euroleague, and the China. Because everybody knows that in the NBA, it's the best quality, the more athleticism, but just give me one word for each league, because you know well all of them.
China, it's all about numbers, buckets. If you're a foreign player going over there, that's your job.
Yeah, because it's only 2 sports.
Yeah, that's your job. You either get buckets or you dominate the rebounds and stuff like that.
The NBA?
The NBA is
You can say more than one, it's okay.
Yeah, I was
Don't
trying
put
to
yourself
think of
like
one
that.
word. I think when opportunity, when you have your opportunity, just go at it. I think that some players
Maybe to
have
be
it.
lucky, you know, the coincidence and everything.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a star ahead of you, it's tough out there. But once you get your turn, just go.
Yeah.
Just go for it. There's nothing to lose. And Euroleague is team. It's all about team here. Even though you think you can do more, and the opponent team is going to adjust to you. So you got to work with your team, and you got to go against the other team. And they're all focused on one individual and then the whole collective.
Got it, thank you. So you played 2 years here in Greece with Panathinaikos. You won 2 championships. That is important, but you didn't manage to go to the Final Four. What I need to ask you is that Pana has to qualify to the Final Four for 7 years. But this year, this one, it's the first time that team seems very close to be eliminated, even from the playoffs. You were two years at the group. Now you look them outside. Can you define me what is the biggest problem? What's the problem? Because they have good players, big organization, big lab, big transition.
Connectivity. I don't think they're connected on and off. I think, as you said, they have quality players. Especially 1 through 10. I think they each 1 through 10, 1 through 15, all of them add something.
Yeah.
And I think they're not forming a triangle. They're not forming cohesion.
So it's a matter of chemistry, you believe?
Yeah, I think it's a lack of chemistry. I think they have a chance to make a run if they come together. They sit down and talk about what everybody needs and what everybody wants to do this year. I think it could also happen. You have great players.
You were a very good player at the college. I remember you have some defensive titles. So I guess you know very good, you know, the career of Mr. Pitino. So what do you believe? What do you expect that he can bring on the table for Pana? Did you expect that move? I don't think so.
This question is really for my teammate Kyle. Because he actually played for Pitino. But you see how he is on the sideline. He's very fiery. He wants to win. And I think he lets the players play. And I think once they figure out, like I said, the cohesion and their confidence comes together, like I said, they can make a run. It's still wide open in Euroleague.
Yeah. What's the 4 teams for the Final Four, your prediction? I know it's early, but it's 20 games.
You got to go with the teams that have been together the longest, the top 3.
Real.
Yeah, they're only teams that's the core 5 or 6 players been together for 5+ years, or 3 or 4 or something like that. This is the only team. And
so it's just one spot for so many good teams.
Yeah, and I think the 4th spot is open. I think whoever wants it and who can be consistent for 5 games or 3 games or whatever, is their chance. And you just got to make the playoffs. And then I think the 4 or 5, that's the one that's wide open.
And your prediction about the NBA? Do you believe that the Warriors doesn't have an opponent actually? But what?
The Warriors, unless there is a crazy trade, the Warriors have the lead in the West. You see it, they won 11 in a row. They're starting to find the groove again.
Yeah, exactly.
Just hoping this summer they divide. That's what the rest of the NBA is hoping. the East, I think Giannis and Kawhi might go head-to-head in the finals for the East Conference playoffs.
And as you said, Giannis, and now we have this crazy rookie season, you know, from Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
That you were an opponent of him.
Yeah.
Can you explain why the impact of international players in the NBA is increasing so rapidly the last years?
Some of the European players?
Yeah, and the international in general. It's not only Europeans. Let's be fair.
I mean, there's a lot of national team players. Seti's doing good.
Yeah.
You have Lakers, Zubac.
Yeah, Zubac, the Russian one. Yeah.
And you have the center for
Jokic from Denver, 3 doubles every night.
I mean, you can go down list 1 through 10 players that have outstanding years.
Yeah.
But I think that they've did what they can do on the European side.
Yeah.
And then once you go over there, the spacing is a lot different. So I think once you go over there and once you figure out this and you've done well over here, I think you can do well over there, because over there is one-on-one.
Yeah.
If you can beat your guy one-on-one, most of the time you can do
and
good.
if you have great anticipation of the game, you're a facilitator, it's more easy. But honestly, did you expect that kind of rookie season from Doncic?
No, I didn't expect it, but I knew he could have. He was Euroleague MVP. He did the same numbers, and like I said, he understands the game. He has a high IQ, and the spacing, I think it worked well for him. And then he's letting the game come to him.
Yeah.
And I think Dallas did a good thing and just give him the keys. He starts at the 3, sometimes 4. But he plays the point, and that's always difficult for a 3 or 4. Have to guard the point, have to guard pick and roll all the time.
Yeah, and something about you in the NBA. Are you think to get back there for opportunity someday, or you are satisfied here?
I'm satisfied here. Whatever happens, happens. But my mind is focused on Barcelona and what we can do this year in ACB and Euroleague.
Okay, and last and very short, your best teammate in USA. Your time there, and the best teammate in your time in Europe. As a friend, you know, it's not about basketball.
Best teammate. He doesn't play basketball anymore. He works for Adidas. It's Pierre Jordan.
Yeah.
Anything I needed on and off the court, he always was getting in the gym with me, helped me do everything. It was probably Pierre. And you can throw in Trevor Ariza. We had so many late night workouts together with the Wizards.
Yeah.
But then here, I got a lot of memories here with Pal. So Gis, Kalatis, and Gabriel probably my closest, Mike James.
And the last one, if you try to think yourself from next 10 or 20 years from now, Chris Singleton like a people, like a family man, like a life, you know, not as professional. What's your dream? What do you like to do, you know, out of basketball for your life?
I'm going to be a business and family man. I think once this finishes, next 5-10 years, however long I last, I'm going to focus on business and family. Family might grow before this ends, so it's really about business.
Have you decided where you're going to stay at the States? Florida or?
I have 2 houses now, one in Miami and one in the place I learned. But
I will pick Miami.
Yeah, but I don't know where I'm gonna finish out at. I'm just gonna take it one day at a time.